All right, Michael, you've been awesome on Twitter as always, holding particularly the Obama people accountable for their positions. And we don't need to go into the whole thing, but I just so respect the not just the passion and cleverness that you bring to it, but the level of principle, because we need more of that in our society, in both sides. People calling out things that are just ridiculous. So, how are you feeling overall? Not just about seizing of Maduro, Tim cleverly took the low-hanging fruit and said, "Yeah, I'm glad we took a dictator." How are you feeling about threats to Greenland, threats to Cuba, threats to Colombia, and the explicit declaration by the president to Joe Scarborough, "We're going to take the oil"?
Um, a little anxious, just because the goals, the sort of policy goals, really aren't clear. It seems, look, I'm all for a strong executive and the executive acting unilaterally in this kind of space, in the foreign affairs space. I'm totally fine with that. I don't understand the goal in with like Grenada. Well, even with Venezuela, I think that there's just so much that we don't know. And in terms of the why, and you know, Greenland and Cuba or Colombia, what is this hemispheric obsession that they seem to have? Which is fine. I'm all about protecting our own hemisphere too. But I would have hoped that some of the global consequences of what we did may have been worked out ahead of time. What does this say to the Chinese about whether they want to react? I mean, they pay for Venezuelans' military. So, I mean, they're going to react at some point. I hope that we're prepared for some of that. Um, are we prepared for Putin to go in and kidnap Zelensky? Because we've kind of now given him impetus to do that, and at
Yeah.
least the rationale. So I would love a little bit more strategic clarity from the White House. Legally, I don't care. I'm fine that they took him
Yeah.
out.
Very glad to say that Cozy Earth is back as a sponsor. I wore my Cozy Earth pants all vacation. I wore them to the beach, and then I wore them. I'll mention the brand. I wore them to brunch at the Four Seasons, and no one said, "Mark, why are you wearing your Cozy Earth pants here at the fancy Four Seasons? You just wore them on the beach." No one was the wiser. Cozy Earth products available, 20% off now, including the pants. CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM. That extends to the sheets, the bamboo sheets, the bubble cuddle blanket, all of the different pants that I love so much. Give the gift of luxury this year. Buy some for yourself. Make every moment comfortable. Head to CozyEarth.com. Use my code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site. Be sure to mention you heard about Cozy Earth here. Some of you mentioned to me that you got Cozy Earth products over the holidays for your loved ones or got them as a gift, and everybody was very pleased. So right now, CozyEarth.com, promo code 2WMM for 20% off everything on the site.
They say that something that's easy is like a walk in the park. Well, easier than a walk in the park, hit the subscribe button, be part of the two-way community, never miss an episode, be part of our conversations. Thank you for your service to America.
And don't forget, you can now listen to the morning meeting and Two Way Tonight on Apple, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.